Hi friends, welcome to TP Chennai. So you know very well IBPS PO 2019 notification has come, and the best way to prepare for this IBPS PO examination is by analyzing the last year, right? IBPS PO Prelims 2018 memory based question, right? So today I am going to discuss last year IBPS PO memory based question 2018, right? So in that they ask wrong number, DI including cassette DI, then arithmetic statement sum, right? So we will see one by one, right? So first we will consider all these 5 wrong number, whatever they have asked, right? So when you see first wrong number here, so what they have asked here, 4, 5.1, 7.3, 10.6, 15, 20 and 27.1, right? So when you see the series here, it is not that much increasing, right? So multiplication logic won't be there, right? So what is the difference here? It is nothing but plus 1.1. Here how much difference is there? Plus 2.2. Here how much difference is there? Plus 3.3. Here how much difference is there? Plus 4.4. Here how much difference should be there? Plus 5.5. But 15 plus 5.5 is how much? 20.5, not 20. So this is my wrong number, right? This is my wrong number. Second one, when you see here, 2, 3, 8, 31, 154, 19, 924 and 6460, right? So 924 and 6460, while seeing this number itself, we can say that difference logic won't be there. It will be a multiplication plus addition or subtraction logic, right? So when you see here I can say that this is something into 4 plus or minus, right? So directly we can say minus 1. What about here? Into 3 minus 1. Then what about here? Into 2 minus 1. So here logics are going on in a proper manner. What about here? Into 5 minus 1. This is also correct. And what about here? Into 6 minus 1. What is 4 into 6? 24. Unit digit is 4. What is 4 minus 1? 3, not 4. So this is my wrong number, right? This is my wrong number. Third one, 251, 252, 254, 227, 243, 118 and 154, right? So here multiplication logic won't be there. It is nothing but difference based series, right? Here how much difference is there? Plus 36. Here how much difference is there? Minus 125. This is nothing but plus 6 square. This is nothing but minus 5 cube. What about this number? Plus 4 square. What about this number? Minus 3 cube. This is going on correctly. So here it should be how much? So plus 6 square minus 5 cube plus 4 square minus 3 cube plus 2 cubes should be there, right? What is 2 cube here? Right. So here the problem is, already I told you, whenever you are solving wrong number, wherever pattern is not matching, middle number is the problem, right? So this is my wrong number. Then fourth one, 141, 156, 147, 162, 153, 165 and 159, right? This is nothing but alternate base series, right? Here how much increment is there? Plus 6, right? Here how much increment is there? Plus 6, right? Here how much increment is there? Plus 6. So it is going on in a proper manner. What about here? Plus 6. What about here? Not plus 6. This is my wrong number, right? Then fifth one, 0.5, 2, 1, 4, 32, 512, 16384, right? So here when you see 512 and 16384 itself, you can say that multiplication logic is going on, right? So when you see here, this is into 8 times. What about here? This is into 16 times. How to say that this number 32 into 16 is nothing but 5 and 2. Both the numbers are even number. Whenever 2 multiplication of even number is there, you double the lowest even number and half the highest even number. So 32 half is nothing but how much? 16. And this number is nothing but how much? 8. So this will give 64 into 8 is nothing but how much? 5 and 2, right? So here multiplication logic is there. Then what about here? This should be into 4, which is correct only, right? And what about this one? This is into 32. Then here it should be how much? Into 2, right? But here also problem is there, right? So here also problem is there. Already I told you, wherever series are not matching, middle number is the problem. So my answer is 2. If you want, you can say that here it is nothing but 0.5 should come, because 0.5 into 2 will give you 1 and this is into 1. 0.5 into 1 is nothing but 0.5. If anybody will ask you what is the number also, you can say that instead of 2, 0.5 should come, right? So we'll see third set of DI which they have asked in examination. So when you see here, they have given you number of men and number of women, right? Different values are given plus different number of years are given, right? So I wrote the data here. Men and women is there in 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. What are the values, right? So we'll see the first question here. Total number of men working in 2012 and 13 together is what percent of total number of laborers, which consist of men and women working in 2014, right? So first question, what they are saying here, total number of men working in 2012 and 13 together. 2012 and 13 together, what is the value? So 120 plus 240, which is nothing but how much? 360. Is what percent of total number of laborers, men and women working 2014? 2014, what is the value of total number of men and women? 160 plus 240, which is nothing but how much? 400, right? So this by this they are asking here. So 360 divided by 400 into 100. What is my answer? 90%. My answer is nothing but 90%. Right, so second question they ask, average number of women working in 2014, 15 and 16 together is how much more or less than average number of men working in 11, 14 and 16 together, right? So women in 14, 15 and 16, what is the value here? 240 plus 360 plus 300, right? So 360 plus 300, 660 plus 240, 900, right? And men in 11, 14 and 16, 11 plus 14 plus 16. 11, what is the value of men? 80. Then 14, what is the value? 160. And 16, what is the value? 360, right? So 160 plus 80, 240 plus 360, 600, right? They are asking average only, right? So directly take the difference. What is 900 minus 600? 300. 300 by how many persons are there? 3 persons are there, right? So 300 by 3, what is my answer? 100. My answer is nothing but 100, right? Right, next question. So number of men working in 2017 is 15% more than that of 2015, while number of women working in 2017 is 40% less than that of 2014. Find the total number of laborers, men plus women working in 2017, right? So when you see this question here, right, so they have given you 17 number of men, and then they're telling about in 2015, right? So number of men working 2017 is 15% more. So what is 15% fraction value? 15% fraction value is nothing but 3 by 20. Where it is more? In 2017 it is more. That means if this value is 20, what about this value? 23. How? 20 plus 3. This part they have given you. 15, what is the data of number of men? 300. This is how many times? 15 times. This is also 15 times. What is 23 into 15 when you multiply here? It is nothing but 345, right? It is nothing but 345, right? Then while number of women working in 2017 is 40% less than that of 2014. So I am writing here women, year is nothing but how much? 17 and 14, right? Women is the case here. While number of women working 2017 is 40% less. What is 40% fraction value? 2 by 5. So where it is more? In 2017 it is less, right? So if in 2014 it is 5, what about in 2017? It is nothing but 3, right? So in 2014, what is the value of women? 240. So 5 part is how much? 240. This is how many times? 48 times. This is also 48 times, which is my answer? 144. Now what they are saying? Find the total number of laborers, men plus women working in 2017, right? Add this value. 345 plus 144. What is my answer? 489. My answer is nothing but 489. Right? Next question. Find the ratio between the total number of laborers working in 2012 and 13 together to the total number of laborers working in 2015 and 16 together. So in each year we need to add men plus women, right? So in 2012 and 2013, right? So men plus women in 2012 is how much? It is 120 plus 180, which is nothing but how much? 300, right? In 2013, what is the value of men plus women? 240 plus 120, which is nothing but how much? 360. What is total value here? 660, right? And then we need to consider number of laborers working 15 and 16 together, right? So 15 and 16. So orally I am solving here. 15, what is the value of number of men? 300. Women is how much? 360. So 300 plus 360 is how much? 660. Plus 16, how many men are there? 360. Women 300. 360 plus 300, again 660. What is the total here? 1320. Right here 1320. So this is nothing but how much? 1:2. My answer is nothing but 1:2, right? Last one. total number of men working in all the 6 years is how much more or less than total number of women working in all the 6 years together. Already in the board itself I wrote all the data, right? So 80 plus 120 plus 240 plus 160 plus 300 plus 360, total is how much? 1260, right? When you consider number of women here, 260 plus 180 plus 120 plus 240 plus 360 plus 300, how much total you are getting? 1460. What they are asking here, number of men is how much more or less. So how much difference is there? It is nothing but 200, right? My answer is nothing but 200, right? So first arithmetic question they ask is nothing but ratio of present age of A and B is nothing but 16:7. After 12 years, A's age is twice of B's age. Then find the present age of A and B, right? Two persons are there, A and B. So I am writing here A and B. So ratio of present age of A and B is nothing but 16:7. So I am writing 16:7 here. Then after 12 years, A's age is twice of B's age. That means if B is 1, what about A? 2. So my ratio of A and B after 12 years is nothing but 2:1, right? When? After 12 years. Right here 12, right here 12. Do cross multiplication, right? So what is 16 into 1? 16 minus 2 into 7, 14. 16 minus 14, 2 part, right? Then what is 2 into 12? 24 minus 12 into 1, 12. 24 minus 12 is how much? 12. 2 part is 12. 1 part is how much? 6. Now what they are asking? Present age of A and B. So present age of A is 16. So 6 into 16, what is the answer? 96 here. Then present age of B is nothing but 6 into 7, which is nothing but 42 year. So my answer for this question is nothing but 96 year and 42 year, right? Right, so we will see second question. So second question was based upon compound interest in simple interest chapter. So a man invested a certain sum in scheme A at 15% per annum for 2 years and earned rupees 1950 as simple interest. He increased his sum by rupees X and invested in another scheme B at 10% per annum CI for 2 years and received 1680 as compound interest. Find the value of X, right? If you go with formula, it is a time taking process, right? This is because this is a prelims level paper, right? So what they have given you, a man invested a certain sum in scheme A at 15% per annum for 2 years. Per annum, so for 1 year it is 15%, for 2 years it is nothing but 30%. So can I say 30% value is how much they have given you? 1950. Then what about 100% principal? It's nothing but how much? So 3 6 are 18, 3 5 are, so 6500. My principal for the first case is nothing but 6500. Now what he is doing, he is adding some X in this principal and then he is investing in compound interest at the rate of 10% per annum for 2 years. 2 years CI is always successive percentage concept, right? So it is nothing but 10% plus 10% plus 10 into 10 divided by 100, right? So it is nothing but how much? 10 plus 10, 20 plus 1, 21. So 21% of principal, 21% of principal, and how much they have given you? It is nothing but 1680. So here also what is 100% value? It is nothing but how much? 8000. It is nothing but how much? 8000. In the first case principal you got 6500. In the second case principal you got 8000. When? After adding some X value. How much you have added here? 1500. So my X is nothing but 1500. This is my answer, right? This is my answer for the second question, right? So we'll see third question. Third question was based upon average only, right? In a class there are 30 girls and 15 boys and total average weight of the class is 47 kg. Total average weight of the boys is 58 kg. Find the approximate average weight of the girls, right? While seeing this question itself, we know which method we need to follow. It's nothing but allegation question, right? So here boys and girls is there. So what is the average weight of boys? 58 kg. Right, I am writing here boys, I am writing here girls. Girls weight they are asking, which is nothing but X. Combined average weight, how much they have given you? 47. And how many boys is there? It is nothing but 15. And how many girls is there? It is nothing but 30. So this my ratio is nothing but how much? 1:2, right? Allegation method. So this one and this one, right? So X minus 47 divided by, what is 47 minus 58? It is nothing but minus 11 is equal to 1/2. Do cross multiplication. 2x minus 94 is equal to minus 11. 2x is equal to minus 11 plus 94 is nothing but how much? 83. So x is equal to how much? 41.5. Approximately my answer is nothing but 42 kg. This is my answer for this question. question they ask from profit and loss chapter, right? So Ram bought a bike at 20% discount on MRP. After 1 year, Ram sell the bike to Ramesh at 10% loss. After 1 year more, Ram sell the bike at 20% profit to Ranjan. If Ranjan paid rupees 129600, then find the mark price of the bike, right? So very simple question, fully based upon percentage concept only. So I am writing here initial value and I am writing here final value. First one is nothing but 20%. What is 20% fraction value? 1 by 5. 20% discount is there, so minus 1 by 5. If my initial value is nothing but how much? 5, 1 rupees discount is there, so what is my final value? 4. Second one is nothing but how much? 10% loss. What is 10% fraction value? 1 by 10. If my initial value is 10, 1 rupees loss is there, what is my final value? 9. Third one is nothing but how much? 20% profit. 20% fraction value is nothing but 1 by 5. If my initial value is 5, 1 rupees profit is there, what is my final value? 6. So multiply this one, 5 5s are 25, 25 into 10 is nothing but how much? 250, right? And what about here? So 9 6 are 54, 54 into 4 is nothing but how much? 216, right? So in the question what they have given you, if Ranjan paid rupees 129600, that means this part they have given you. So 216 is nothing but how much? 129600. What they are asking here? This part. 250 part is how much, right? This is how many times? 21. Straight away you can say this is 6 times. So what is my answer? 1,50,000. My answer is nothing but 1,50,000, right? Now we will see Caslate DI, what they have asked in examination, right? So here what they are telling here, there are 450 coupons which can be used in pedicure and hair cutting. Ratio between males to females who use their coupon in hair cutting is 13:7. Number of males who use their coupon in pedicure is 72 more than number of females who use their coupon in hair cutting. Total number of males who use their coupon in pedicure and hair cutting together is 174 more than total number of females who use their coupon in pedicure and hair cutting together, right? So I am writing here, I am solving here. So 450 coupons are there, right? These 450 coupons are divided among two cases. This is nothing but pedicure and this is nothing but hair cutting, right? Under these two sections you are having some males and some female. Here also you are having some males and some female. So what they are trying to say here, ratio between males to females who use their coupon in hair cutting is nothing but 13:7. This is nothing but 13x and this is nothing but 7x, right? Then they are telling that number of males who use their coupon in pedicure is 72 more than number of females who use their coupon in hair cutting together, right? Number of males who use their coupon in pedicure is 72 more than number of females who use their coupon, right? So number of males in pedicure is nothing but something and number of females in hair cutting is nothing but how much? 7x. This part will be how much, ma? 7x plus 72, right? 7x plus 72. Then they are telling that total number of males who use their coupon in pedicure and hair cutting together is 174 more than total number of females who use their coupon in pedicure and hair cutting together, right? So from this I can calculate male and female, right? Male and female, right? How? Male is getting 174 in the starting itself. So let me give 174 to male in the starting itself, right? Remaining is how much? 450 minus 174. What is 450 minus 174? It is nothing but 276. Now this 276 is again divided among male and female in a equal part. So here 138 will come and here 138 will come. So totally how much male is getting? 174 plus 138, which is nothing but 312, right? But they have given the condition total number of males who use their coupon in pedicure and hair cutting together. So what is males in hair cutting? 13x. So 7x plus 72 plus 13x is equal to how much? 174 plus 138, which is nothing but 312. So 20x is equal to 312 minus 72 is nothing but how much? 240. So x is equal to 12, and once you got x value, nothing you have to do, just substitute here, right? So here what you will be getting? 7 into 12, which is nothing but how much? 84. And here 13x, so 13 into 12, which is nothing but how much? 156. And what about here? X is equal to 12, so 7x plus 12, so 7 into 12 is how much? 84. 84 plus this number, so in this part I am getting 156. So in pedicure, male I got 156, in hair cutting I got both, male is 156 and female is 184. Then what about female in pedicure? Difference only, right? So 156 plus 156 is nothing but how much? 312. 312 plus 84 is how much? 404. So remaining part is how much? 54. So female in pedicure is nothing but 54, right? This is how we have got the table. Now we have to see the question here, right? So I got all the data here. Now we will see one by one what question they have asked, right? So when you see the first question, males who use their coupon in pedicure is what percent of the males who use their coupon in hair cutting? Pedicure, what is the value of male? 156. In hair cutting, what is the value of male? 156. 156 and 146. So what is my answer for the first question? 100%. My answer for the first question is nothing but 100%. Second one, find the ratio between the total number of persons who use their coupon in pedicure to the total number of persons who use their coupon in hair cutting. Total number of persons use their coupon in pedicure. What is 156 plus 54? It is nothing but how much? 210, right? It is nothing but 210. And what is 156 plus 84? It is nothing but 240. So what is my answer? 3 7s are 3 8s are. So my answer for the second question is nothing but 7:8, right? Third one, females who use their coupon in hair cutting is how much more than females who use their coupon in pedicure? So in hair cutting, what is the value of female? 84. In pedicure, what is the value of female? 54. What is 84 minus 54? My answer is 30 directly. My answer is nothing but 30, right? Right, so fourth question, what they have asked, out of males who use their coupon in hair cutting, 25% belongs to city A. Then find the number of males who use their coupon in hair cutting which does not belong to city A. So out of males who use their coupon in hair cutting, what is the value of male here? It is nothing but 156. In 156, 25% belongs to city A. They are telling that find the number of males who use their coupon in hair cutting but does not belong to city A. Remaining is 75% only. Take 75% of this number. 75% is nothing but 3 by 4. So 4 3s are 12, right? 4 9s are, so 39 into 3 is nothing but how much? 117. So my answer for fourth question is nothing but 117, right? So last question, ratio between males who use their coupon in pedicure to that of in spa is 4:5, while ratio between females who use their coupon in hair cutting to that of in spa is 6:11. Find the total number of people who use their coupon in spa, right? So when you see the first question here, ratio between the males who use their coupon in pedicure to that of spa, right? So pedicure to spa, in pedicure to spa, males, right? How much they have given you? Ratio they have given you 4:5, right? 4:5 they have given you. Males we got how much in pedicure? 456. So can I say 4 part is nothing but 156. What is 1 part? So 4 3s are 12, 39. Then what about spa part? 5 part, 39 into 5, 195. Right? So for my first case, my answer for males in spa is nothing but 195. Second case, while ratio between females who use their coupon in hair cutting to that of spa is nothing but 6:11. Hair cutting, what is the value of female? 84, right? So here I am writing 84. So you are having a ratio, what they have given you? 6:11. Directly we can say how? 6 part is how much? 84. 1 part is 14. Then what about 11 part? It is nothing but 154. Nothing but 154. Now what they are asking? 195 plus 154. What is the answer? 349. This is my answer for the last question, right? So we will see quality questions also, whatever they were asking in examination. So when you see the first question here, so 2x square plus 9x plus 9 is equal to 0, and second equation is nothing but 15y square plus 16y plus 4 is equal to 0, right? Plus 4 is equal to 0, right? So when you consider first one, again triangle method, what is 2 into 9? 18. And what is coefficient of x? 9. So what can be my number? 6 and 3, right? 6 plus 3 is 9, 6 into 3 is 18. Then change the sign, minus 6 and minus 3, divide by the coefficient of x square. So what is my answer for the first case? It is nothing but minus 3 and minus 1.5. Second one I am writing here. So what is 4 into 15? 60, right? Coefficient of y is plus 16. So what can be my two number? 10 and 6. 10 plus 6 is 16, and 10 into 6 is nothing but 60. So it will become minus 10 and minus 6. Divide by 15 and divide by 15. So 5 3s are 5 2s are. Minus 2 by 3 is nothing but how much? Minus 0.6. And 3 2s are 3 5s are, it is nothing but minus 0.4, right? Now I need to compare. So minus 3 and minus 0.6, which is greater? Y is greater. Minus 3 and minus 0.4, which is greater? Y is greater. Minus 1.5 and minus 0.6, which is greater? Y is greater. And here also which is greater? Y is greater. So what is my answer? X is less than Y. my answer is nothing but x is less than y, right? Second question, what they have asked here, 2x cube is equal to square root of 256, right? Square root of 256, then 2y square minus 9y plus 10 is equal to 0, right? So when you consider the first equation, 2x cube is equal to, what is square root of 256? It is nothing but 16. So x cube is equal to 8, x is equal to how much? 2. Then second equation directly, so plus 10 into plus 2 is nothing but how much? Plus 20. Coefficient of y is minus 9. What can be my two number? Minus 4 and minus 5. Change the sign and divide by coefficient of y square. So this is nothing but 2 and this is nothing but how much? 2.5. Now I am comparing 2 and 2 equal, 2 and 2.5, y is greater. So what is my answer? X is less than or equal to y, right? That is my answer. Third one, when you see here, so I am writing the question here, 6x square minus 11x plus 4 is equal to 0, then 3y square minus 5y plus 2 is equal to 0, right? When you consider first equation here, so 6 into 4, 24, and coefficient of x is nothing but minus 11. What can be the two number? So minus 8 and minus 3, right? So minus 8 and minus 3, it will become 8 and 3. You need to divide by coefficient of x square, which is 6. So 2 3s are 2 4s are, this is 1.3 and this is nothing but half only. Second one, so plus 2 into plus 3, which is nothing but how much? 6. Coefficient of y is nothing but how much? Minus 5. So what can be the two number? Minus 2 and minus 3. So final answer is 2 and 3 due to divide by the coefficient of y square. So it is what is 2 by 3? It is nothing but 0.6 and 3 by 3 is nothing but equal. So when you compare 1.3 and 0.6, which is greater? X is greater. 1.3 and 1, which is greater? Again x is greater. But what about 0.5 and 0.6? Y is greater, right? Here itself we need to stop the process. My answer is C and D, right? You can't able to get any answer. Fourth question, so 3x square plus 11x plus 10 is equal to 0. Then you are having 2y square plus 11y plus 14 is equal to 0, right? So when you see the first equation here, so plus 10 into plus 3, which is nothing but how much? 30, and this is nothing but plus 11. What can be the two number? 6 and 5, right? So change the sign, minus 6 and minus 5, divide by coefficient of x square. So this is nothing but minus 2 and this is nothing but how much? Minus 1.6, right? When you come to second one here, so plus 14 into plus 2, which is nothing but how much? Plus 28, and coefficient of y is nothing but plus 11. What can be the two number? 7 and 4. Change the sign, minus 7 minus 4, divide by coefficient of y square. So it will become how much? Minus 3.5 and minus 2, right? Now I need to compare minus 2 and minus 3.5, which is greater? So x is greater. Minus 2 and minus 2 equal. Minus 1.6 and minus 3.5, x is greater. Minus 1.6 and minus 2, again x is greater. So what is my answer? X is greater than or equal to y, right? That is my answer. So 12x square plus 11x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then you are having 12y square plus 7y plus 1 is equal to 0, right? So when you consider the first equation, so he will be getting here plus 2 into plus 12, 24, and here you are getting 11. What can be the two number? 8 plus 3, 11, 8 into 3, 24. Change the sign and divide by coefficient of x square. 4 2s are 4 3s are, right? So this is nothing but point, this is 0.6 here, right? And here it is minus 0.25, right? When you consider second equation here, plus 1 into plus 12, and here you are having a plus 7. What can be the two number? Plus 4 plus 3 will give you plus 7, plus 4 into plus 3 will give you plus 12. So it is nothing but 4 and 3. Change the sign, minus 4 and minus 3, divide by 12, divide by 12, right? So again this is nothing but how much? Minus 0.3, and this is nothing but how much? Minus 0.25, right? Then I need to compare minus 0.6 and minus 0.3, which is greater? Y is greater. Minus 0.6 and minus 0.25, which is greater? Y is greater. Minus 0.25 and minus 0.3, which is greater? X is greater. So what is my answer directly? C and D. I can't able to get the answer, right? So last question under quadratic equation. So 21x square plus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. Then you are having 24y square plus 26y plus 5 is equal to 0, right? So when you consider the first equation here, 21 into 1 is 21, coefficient of x is 10. What can be the two number? Plus 7 plus 3, right? So 7 and 3, change the sign, minus 7 and minus 3, divide by coefficient of x square. So this is 1, 3, what is my answer? 0.3, and this is 1 and 7, what is my answer? Again 0.1 something, right? Second one, when you consider here, so 24 into 5, how much? 120, and coefficient of y is nothing but how much? 26. What can be the two number? Plus 20 and plus 6, right? Change the sign, minus 20 minus 6, divide by coefficient of y square. 4 5s are 4 6s are. This is nothing but how much? 0.8, and this is nothing but how much? Minus 0.25, right? Now I need to compare minus 0.3 and minus 0.8, which is greater? X is greater. Minus 0.3 and minus 2.5, which is greater? Y is greater. So here itself we have to stop the process. What is my answer? C and D. My answer is nothing but C and D, right? Right, now we will see again some of the arithmetic question. So when you see here, A can complete a work in 20 days while B is 25% more efficient than A. B worked for 6 days and left. Remaining work is completed by C in 15 days. Find in how many days C can complete the whole work alone, right? So time and work question, very simple question, right? So I am writing here A, I am writing here B, and I am writing here efficiency. So what they are given here, B is 25% more efficient than A, right? So what is 25% fraction value? 1 by 4. If A is 4, what about B? 5, right? What about B? 5. Now in the first line they are telling that A can complete a work in 20 days. You know very well what is the meaning of work. Work is nothing but efficiency into days. What is the efficiency of A? 4. And what about days of A? It is nothing but 20. What is my total work? 80, right? My total work is nothing but 80. Then they're telling that B work for 6 days. Now per day how much B will do? 5. 6 days how much B will do? 5 into 6, which is nothing but 30. Remaining is how much? 50. Now 50 who will do? C will complete this 50 units in 50 days. Per day how much C will do? 50 by 15, right? But what they are asking, find in how many days C can complete the whole work. Whole work is how much? 80. So 80 divided by 50 into 50, right? 10 5s are, 10 8s are, 5 3s are, what is my answer? 24 days. My answer is nothing but 24 days, right? So now we will see next question. It is coming under speed time distance. A man travels from point P to point Q with 90 km per hour and from Q to R with 60 km per hour. Total distance between P to R is 200 km. If his average speed is 75 km per hour, then find the distance between P and Q, right? So when you see here, P is there, Q is there, and R is there. What they have given you, a man traveled from point P to Q with the speed of 90 km per hour. This speed is nothing but 90 km per hour, right? Then from Q to R with a speed of 60 km per hour. This speed is nothing but how much? 60 km per hour. Then total distance between P to R is 200. So this distance, total distance is nothing but how much? 200 km per hour, right? If his average speed is 75 km per hour, so average speed is nothing but this middle value, right? So we can solve this question by alligation method, right? Directly. How? What is this speed here? 90. Second speed is how much? 60. What is average speed? Average speed is nothing but 75, right? Alligation. What is 60 minus 75? Minus 15. So I am writing 15. What is 75 minus 90? It is 15. So my ratio is nothing but 1:1. Whenever you solve speed time distance and whenever you are taking the difference with speed, this part will be nothing but time only, right? So what is total time? Total time is nothing but total distance by total speed only, right? Total distance is nothing but how much? 200. What about average speed? Average speed is nothing but 75. 25 3s are, 20 by 8s are. 8 by 3 is the total time. That means, and ratio is nothing but 1:1. So here it will be 4 by 3 and here also it is nothing but 4 by 3. How? I divide this 8 by 3 into 2 parts, right? Now what they are asking? Distance between P and Q. This distance they are asking you, right? The speed also we know. So distance is equal to speed into time. Speed is 90 and time is 4 by 3. So my answer is nothing but how much? 120 km per hour from P to Q. Suppose if they ask you to calculate Q to R, again it is nothing but how much? Distance is equal to speed is 60 into 4 by 3. So what is my answer? 80 km per hour. So both the questions I have solved in a single line, right? Right, now we will see another one arithmetic question. It is nothing but ratio and proportion question. A mixture contains wine and water in the ratio 5:1. On adding 5 liters of water, the ratio of wine to water become 5:2, the quantity of wine in the mixture, right? So you are having two quantity, one is nothing but wine and second is nothing but water. So what is the initial ratio they have given you? It is nothing but 5:1. And what is the final ratio they have given you? It is nothing but 5:2. Right, now what they are adding here, they are adding water, right? So wine part should be same and wine part is same only. So how much we have added in water? 1. How much they have added? 5. One part is 5. Now what they are asking, the quantity of wine in the mixture. Wine is 5 only, so 5 part is how much? 25 liter. So my answer for this question is nothing but 25 liter, right? So arithmetic question again, last question. So the average salary of the entire staff in an office is rupees 3200 per month. The average salary of officers is rupees 6800 and that of non-officer is rupees 2000. If the number of officer is 5, then find the number of non-officers, right? So you are having one office, there you are having entire staff which consists of officers and non-officers. While seeing this question itself, we need to follow which method? Allegation method. So I am writing here officers and here I am writing non-officers. Right, so average salary of the entire staff in an office is 3200 per month. The average salary of officer is 6800. This part is nothing but 6800 and that of non-officer is nothing but 2000. What about entire staff salary? It is nothing but 3200. So 2000 minus 3200, it is nothing but how much? 1200. Right, and what about 3200 minus 6800? It is nothing but 3600. So what is my ratio? 1:3. My ratio is nothing but 1:3. Now what they have given you, if the number of officer is 5, officer part is nothing but 1 part is nothing but 5. What they are asking, number of non-officer. So 3 part is how much? 15 only. So my answer is nothing but 15 for this particular question, right? Right, now we will see one set of DI. In this DI they have asked you 3 stores are there, A, B and C. Then in these stores you are having some plain book and some line book, right? And then they have given you percentage of sold book, right? So when you see the first question here, the number of plain books sold by store A and store B was 30% and 40% respectively. Then find the number of line books sold by store A and store B together is what percent of total books available at store A, right? So here I am writing, you have 2 books are there, one is nothing but plain book and second is nothing but line book, right? And this is store A and this is nothing but store B. In store A, how many books are there? Plain books are there, 20. Then line books, 15. In store B, how many books are there? Plain books are there, 30 and line book is nothing but how much? 20, right? Then they are telling that number of plain books sold by store A was 30%. What is 30% of 20? It is nothing but 6, right? It is nothing but 6. Then what is 30% of 40? It is nothing but 12, right? Find the number of line books sold. So they are asking line book here. So how many total number of books are there in store A? 35, right? And percentage value is nothing but 20%. What is 20% of 35? It is nothing but 7. This is total. And this is nothing but plain book, right? This is nothing but plain book. Then what about line book? Line book is nothing but 7 minus 6, which is nothing but 1, right? And how many total number of books are there in store B? 50, right? And they have given you 40%. What is 40% of 50? It is nothing but 20. So remaining is how much? 8. Now what they are saying, number of line books sold by store A and B together is how much? 1 plus 8, 9. Is how much percent of total books available at store A? Store A, how many total number of books are available? 35 into 100, right? So 5 7s are 5 20s are 20 into 9, 180 by 7. My answer is 25, 5 by 7%. This is my answer for the first question, right? So we will see second question, what they have asked here. Average of total books sold by store B and C together is how much more than total unsold books of store A, right? So average they are asking of store A and B. So store A, B and C, right? So B, what is the value? Total value 30 plus 20, 50, right? And what is percentage value? 40%. So 50 into 40%. This is nothing but how much? 2000, right? This is value of B. And what about C? C, how many total books are there? 25 plus 20, 45, right? So 45. And what about the percentage of sold value? It is nothing but 30 by 100, right? So when you cancel this number, 100 units are there. So 13.5, or I can say 1350, right? 1350. What about my total value? It is nothing but 3350. But we need to calculate the average. So average is nothing but sum by number. So by 2, what is the answer? 2 16s are 32, 1675, right? Is how much more than total unsold books of store A. Store A consists of how many books? Just now we have seen it is 20 plus 15, 35, right? So 35. Unsold book. Sold book is 20%, and what about unsold book? 80%. Fraction value 4 by 5. So this is 28. Again, units are in 100. How much more is there? 1125. My answer for this question is nothing but 1125, right? Next one, third question. So ratio of sold plain and lined books for store C is 5:4, and for store B it is 3:2. Find the total plain books sold by these two books together, right? So they are asking about plain book only, right? So in the first case, what is the value of plain books ratio? They have given you store C ratio, they have given you 5:4. This ratio is nothing but plain and line, but I need to calculate only line here. So line, plain part here, right? So plain part is how much here? Plain part is nothing but 5. So total part is nothing but 5 by 9, right? And just now we have seen in store C, what is the value, total value? It is nothing but 25 plus 20, 45. 45% of 45 of 30% of 45 is 1350. Right here 1350, right? Second case, what they have given here, store B is nothing but 3:2. In that, what is plain book value? So 3 by 5. Into in store B, what is the value? So 30 plus 20, 50, and B, C value is nothing but how much? B value is 40%. What is 40% of 50? 2000. So this is nothing but how much? 9 15s are, so 750 plus 4, 1200. So what is my answer? 1950. My answer for this question is nothing but 1950. Now we will see fourth question. An unsold book of store A is approximately what percent more or less than total unsold books of store B and C together, right? So again, I am just changing the data here. You have store A, store B, and store C. In store A, how many books are there? 20 plus 15, 35. I am just doubling this number for my simple calculation. In store B, how many data are there? 30 plus 20, which is nothing but 50. Double of this number, 100. Right? Then store C, you are having 25 plus 20, 45. I am just doubling this number, 90. So that my calculation will be simple, right? Now an unsold book of store A. Store A is nothing but how many books are there? 70. Sold percentage is nothing but 20. What about unsold percentage? It is nothing but 80. What is 80% of 70? Very simple, 56. Then is approximately what percent more or less than total unsold books for B and C together? B is having 100, right? Sold value is 40%, unsold value is 60%, so it is 60. Plus C is having 90 books, sold value is 30%, unsold value is 70%. 70% of this number is 90 is nothing but 63. Now they are asking 56 divided by this number, 123 into 100. So when you solve this number, approximately your answer is nothing but 54%. Last question, what they have asked under this DI. Selling price of each plain books and lined books sold by store B is rupees 250 and rupees 175 respectively. Then find the total amount earned by store B on selling this book if 60% of lined books are sold by the store, right? So 60% of lined books are sold by store, remaining is how much? 40%. And what about total number of books in store B? It is nothing but 30 plus 20, 50, right? So 40% of 50, which is nothing but how much? 2000, right? 2000. And how many line books are there? It is nothing but 20, right? So 20 books are there, and 60% of 20 is how much? 1200. Remaining is how much? Plain book, which is nothing but how much? 800. Now they are telling that selling price of each plain book and lined book sold by store B is rupees 250 and rupees 175. So plain book is how much? 800. So 800 into 250 plus line book is how much? 1200 into 175. So when you solve this number, this is 20,000, 25 with 250 into 8 is how much? 2000, followed by 20 will be there, and 12 into 75, 175. What is 12 into 175? 175 is nothing but odd number, 12 is nothing but even number. Double this number. What is 175 double? 350. This number 6. 350 into 6, what is the answer? 21. 21 plus this number 21. So 21 plus 20, my answer is 4.1 lakh. This is my answer, right? This is my answer, right? So I hope you are clear with all this arithmetic question and DI. I have solved Caslett DI plus wrong number series also, right? So please subscribe TP Chennai channel, right? We will be solving another set of questions also, and maybe we will go with RRB PO next time, right? And then please share this channel to other people, and do subscribe this channel so that you can get future updates and notification, right? So I hope you are clear with all these things and all. Please like this video also, right? Thanks a lot.